English. Here are the headlines. The President of the Council for Asosuna Singwe outlined a vision for a fairer, more accountable Fifth Republic in the recent State of the Nation's address delivered at Parliament. He emphasized constitutional reform and results-driven governance for citizens, and will bring you all the details in today's edition. At Dakar's EcoFest opened on November 30, 2025, youth and ECOWAS WEMU bodies examined how culture can promote growth, peace, and regional unity, aiming to engage young people as active contributors to a stronger West Africa. Stay with us, details coming up shortly. Glad to have you join us. Let's start with this press release from the Office of the President of the Council. His Excellency for Asosuna Singwe, President of the Council of the Togolese Republic, is taking part this December 4, 2025 in Washington in the official ceremony for the signing of the peace agreement between the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, and the Republic of Rwanda at the invitation of His Excellency Donald Trump, President of the United States of America. His participation is part of the regional mediation mission entrusted to him by the African Union to promote a sustainable African solution to the tensions in Eastern DRC. The agreement will be signed by their Excellencies Félix Antoine Tshisekedi, President of the Democratic Republic of Congo, and Paul Kagame, President of Rwanda. This high-level initiative marks a decisive step in efforts to stabilize the Great Lakes region. This is the end of the communique released this December 4, 2025 in Lomé. Yesterday, the President of the Council for Asosuna Singwe received a delegation from the EcoBank Group led by the chairman of the institution's board. The visit coincides with EcoBank's 40th anniversary celebrations. Let's hear from the board chair after the audience. On the eve of EcoBank's 40th anniversary celebration, we came to express our gratitude to the President of the Council for the enlightened vision shown at the highest level of the Togolese government in creating an institution that today stands as a source of pride for Africa. This meeting also allowed us to discuss several topics that are of particular importance to His Excellency. It was both an honor and a pleasure.
Un honneur et un plaisir.
And in a landmark address to Parliament, President of the Council for Asosuna Singwe unveiled a vision for a Fifth Republic rooted in fairness, accountability, and citizen proximity. Highlighting constitutional reform as a turning point, he pledged a results-driven governance that touches the daily lives of Togolese citizens. Basically highlights the key points from the President of the Council's State of the Nation's address.
Before Parliament, the President of the Council outlined the ambition of a Fifth Republic that is closer to the people, fairer, and more accountable. President of the Council for Asosuna Singwe highlighted the constitutional reform as a major turning point. Parliament becomes the heart of power, the place where the nation's political direction will now be decided. For citizens, many believe this reform will have real concrete impacts. The President of the Council also set out the new obligation that the Fifth Republic places on elected officials. The President of the Council expressed readiness to assume the responsibility entrusted to him by Parliament, while at the same time reminding lawmakers of their own role. Such an undertaking requires strong commitment. President of the Council for Asosuna Singwe aims to protect more, unite more, and transform even more. These three-pillar mandates forms the foundation of the government's program. There are many priorities ahead, but the goal is singular: to make development visible and measurable in the daily lives of citizens. a republic built on proximity and equity. Before Congress, the President of the Council pledged a result-driven governance. He promised a rigorous method, dedicated ministers with concrete objectives, a dashboard to track public action, and a standard of exemplary conduct described as non-negotiable. The President envisions a republic where institutional powers and national modernization is well balanced. For a Sosmanya called on elected officials to uphold a pact of loyalty and discipline. In conclusion, the message of the President of the Council was clear. Institutional reform is not an end in itself, but a tool to fulfill the promise of a fairer, closer, and more efficient state.
Since this Wednesday, Lomé has been hosting the 39th Congress of the International Conference of Bars of Common Law Tradition, a 4-day event celebrating the conference's 40th anniversary. The program includes activities to promote fundamental human rights, with the opening ceremony chaired by the Speaker of the National Assembly, representing the President of the Council for Asazuna Nyasingbe. Kwesi Glay reports.
Lawyers from across the globe have converged in Lomé to rethink their profession in a rapidly evolving digital landscape. They are taking part in the 39th Congress of the International Conference of Bars of Common Legal Tradition, a major gathering of legal practice. The Minister of Justice and Human Rights called on participants to undertake their work with diligence and rigor. The ceremony also served as a moment of remembrance, honoring members of the conference who have passed away. On the occasion, the CIB awarded the Bâtonnier Stacy Prize to the collective Nos Voix pour Elles in recognition of its commitment to advancing the rights of women in Afghanistan.
To the north of the country, in Kara, 8 community and private radio stations have received essential equipment to strengthen their security in high-risk areas. Essential equipment to strengthen their security in high-risk areas. The donation provided by the Swiss Corporation
radio stations operating in different regions of the country. The donation provided by Swiss Corporation of the country. The donation provided by Swiss Corporation through the High Authority of Audiovisual and Communication, HAC, aims to help these media outlets better secure their workspaces. The initiative followed a workshop held in Atitengu, Benin in September 2023 on responsive reporting in the context of security crisis affecting border areas. During the session, radio stations working in these high-risk zones highlighted both their limited production resources and the lack of equipment needed to ensure their safety. Their concerns were taken into account, and this donation is the concrete response to that advocacy. Beneficiaries expressed sincere gratitude to Swiss Corporation and the HAC. 8 radio stations received the equipment. The HAC regional coordinator in Kara used the opportunity to thank the President of the Council for his determination and consistent commitment to promoting peace in Togo and across the sub-region. This gesture from Swiss Corporation is not the first of its kind. Last December, several other radio stations benefited from similar supports.
On December 3, the world celebrates the International Day of Persons with Disabilities. In Togo, FETAF marked the occasion with a gathering of associations, partners, and government officials in an event that involved advocacy discussions, the distribution of assistive technologies, and honorary awards to honor and empower persons with different abilities. This report tells us more. A strong advocacy for better inclusion of persons with disabilities in Togo. The occasion was a solemn moment for them to make their voices heard, addressing their needs in terms of accessibility, social educational services, and employment opportunities. This mobilization took place on the occasion of the International Day of Persons with Disabilities. FETAF, the Togolese Federation of Associations of Persons with Disabilities, remains committed to raising awareness, defending their rights, and proving that disability is not a fatality. The discussions on advocacy allowed participants to review key priorities and proposals. It was also an opportunity for representatives from ministries, partners, and associations present to reaffirm their support for FETAF's actions in defending the rights of persons with disabilities. Established in 1982 by the United Nations, the third edition of this day aims to promote more inclusive societies and to advance social progress for people living with disabilities. Since December 1, Lomé has been hosting the 4th annual meeting of antimicrobial resistance and the 2nd West African Regional Initiative for Laboratories Warriors General Assembly, bringing together experts, officials, and partners. In a technical workshop, the discussions seek to improve the collection, analysis, and reporting of antimicrobial resistance data across the ECOWAS region. The initiative aims to strengthen regional surveillance and harmonize practices in the fight against AMR. Kwesi Gley reports.
Microbial resistance remains a major global health threat, and West Africa is no exception. A dedicated network has been established to ensure quality in AMR surveillance. Experts from ECOWAS member states, together with laboratory leaders, convened to review progress made so far. They also assessed ongoing challenges, outlined new strategies, and focused on improving methods for collecting, analyzing, and transmitting data related to antimicrobial resistance. Togo is actively participating in this effort to anticipate the risk of bacterial spread and safeguard its population. During the week of the 18th to the 24th November, stakeholders conducted awareness campaign on the proper use of antimicrobials in the fight against antimicrobial resistance. This initiative by the Regional Working Group on Antimicrobial Resistance forms part of a broader regional program called WARIL, founded by the Global Fund.
And to protect oneself from antimicrobial resistance, it is advised to use antibiotics only when prescribed by a qualified health professional, complete the full course of treatment, practice good hygiene, and avoid sharing or using leftover antibiotics. Moving on, at Dakar's EcoFest Youth and UEMWAU, ECOWAS Commissions explored how culture can drive development, peace, and regional integration. The aim of the discussion was mainly to empower young people as active participants in shaping a more united West Africa. There's more in this report. The West African Festival of Arts and Culture, EcoFest, here in Dakar, Senegal, is not just a celebration of the region's rich and diverse cultural heritage. It also serves as a platform for reflection on the role of culture amid social-political changes and crises in West Africa. ECOWAS and WEMU addressed this topic during the festival's inaugural conference, engaging in an open dialogue with young people on a fundamental question: what can culture do to unite peoples? According to both organizations, culture should not be seen merely as an object of admiration. It must become a strategic tool capable of shaping youth, as they have the potential to support development and stability in West Africa. Whether through ECOWAS or WEMU, strategic action plans have been announced to better respond to the concerns of young people and to build a society founded on genuine integration of communities across the region. That brings us to the end of today's edition. Thanks to my wonderful team, and to you, cherished viewers, for watching. Don't forget the Lomé International Fair is still open, and do make sure to pay a visit. Until next time, goodbye.